Don't hate your life. The story of Amma Leela in a forgotten corner of the world, nestled between two hills and surrounded by endless green fields, was a tiny village named Kumarapura. The houses were made of mud and thatched roofs, the roads were dusty, and life moved slowly like the steady rhythm of the old clock in the village temple. Among the handful of villagers lived a woman named Leela, though everyone called her Amma Leela. No one really remembered her age. Some said she was 80. Others claimed she must be older. Her back was bent like a question mark, her hands rough from years of labor, and her voice, though soft, carried the weight of 1,000 stories. She lived alone in a small hut at the edge of the village. Her husband had passed away decades ago. Her only son had left for the city in search of a better life and never returned. Still, every evening Amma Leela would light a lamp at the doorstep and keep a bowl of warm rice out, in case he comes back hungry, she would say with a smile. Many younger women in the village wondered how Amma Leela could live such a hard life and still smile. She had no money, no family, and every day she worked in the fields or sold handmade brooms in the market to buy food. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills and the air turned golden, a young girl named Meena approached Amma Leela. She had been crying. Her parents were forcing her into a marriage she didn't want. She hated her life and had even thought of running away. Amma Leela listened patiently. Then, with her calm, wrinkled hands, she handed Meena a cup of hot herbal tea and said, "Come, child, let me tell you a story. When I was your age, I too thought life was cruel." Amma began. "I was married at 14. My husband was kind, but very poor. We barely had food. I would cry into the river at night, asking, 'Why me?' One year, a storm destroyed our only crop. We had no savings, no food. My husband left to find work in the next town and came back with bruised hands and tired eyes. I remember asking him, 'Why do we suffer so much?' And he said something I never forgot. 'Maybe life isn't fair, but we can choose what to make of it.' When our son was born, I thought life would get better, and for a while, it did. But when he grew up, he wanted more than this village, more than I could give. So, he left. At first, he wrote letters. Then the letters stopped. But I waited. I still wait. Yes, I've cried. Yes, I've wished for a different life. But over time, I learned something important. This life, my life, is mine alone. If I spend it hating, I lose twice. First, because it's hard. Second, because I let the pain steal my peace." Meena wiped her tears as Amma Leela continued. "Every morning, I see the sun rise over those hills. I drink tea I made with my own hands. I walk through fields my feet know better than any map. I talk to the trees, to the birds, to the silence. Some might say I have nothing, but I say I have everything I need, because I've stopped hating my life. You must understand, child, pain is part of life. But hating your life, that's a choice, and you can choose differently." Years passed. Meena did not run away. She spoke to her parents, stood strong, and made her own path. She visited Amma Leela often, learned how to make tea with tulsi leaves, how to weave baskets, and how to sit in silence without fear. One day, a man came to the village. Tall, with grey in his beard, and tears in his eyes, he walked to Amma Leela's door and knelt beside the bowl of rice she placed there every evening. "Amma," he said, "I'm sorry it took so long." And Amma Leela, with hands trembling, placed a hand on his cheek and smiled, not with surprise, not with anger, but with the deep peace of someone who never gave up on life, no matter how much it tested her. Don't hate your life, even when it feels empty, painful, or unfair. Like Amma Leela, find meaning in small things, hold on to hope, do your part, and let life unfold. Because sometimes, the very life you wanted to escape becomes the one you're proudest to have lived. Vocabulary and meanings. Forgotten, not remembered, left behind. Surrounded, enclosed or encircled on all sides. Decades, a period of 10 years. Labor, hard physical work. Bruised, injured with marks on the skin. Cruel, very unkind, causing pain. Storm, violent weather with strong wind and rain. Suffer, to experience pain or hardship. Peace, calmness, freedom from worry or conflict. Silence, complete absence of sound. Trembling, shaking because of emotion, weakness, or cold. Hope, a feeling of expectation and desire for something good.